My name is Kwabna Chencheni, but many thanks for joining us here on News Today. To our very first story, the Ghana Cocoa Board has given contractors working on the Obuasi Dunkwao Ayamfree Road a month's ultimatum to improve on their performance or lose their jobs. Chief Executive Dr. Seth Opuni is dissatisfied with the pace of work, even though the contractors have received their funds. Mahmoud Mohamed Nuruddin reports.
Two construction firms, Falco Limited and Usia Ghana Limited, are to receive their third warning letters to that effect. While Falco has done only 10% out of the targeted 30% of work expected this month, Usia Ghana has covered 48% against 77% expected of the 24-kilometer project at a cost of 59.8 million Ghana cedis. Dr. Opuni issued the ultimatum during an inspection tour on Tuesday with Roads and Highways Minister Inusa Fuseni in attendance.
This contract was awarded to you. We signed a contract in April 2015 and we paid you advance mobilization to come to site in May 2015. However, you delayed for 3 months before moving to site. You're supposed to have done about 77% of the project by now. You've done, according to the regional engineer, 48%. The excuse of relocation of pipelines in Dunkwao, sound rules, I don't want to know, because the road does not start from the town. It starts so many kilometers away, and as we travel along it, we all have seen that you delayed unduly. We've already given you 2 warning letters. I'm told you are one of the best contractors in the country. If I see where you've already applied the bitumen, it's excellent. But the fact that you have delayed unduly, we're going to give you the 3rd and final warning letter that you're going to write it tomorrow. If you don't make up for the 30% deficit within a month, I'll proceed to terminate the contract.
Mahmoud Mohamed Nuruddin reporting.
Now, several parts of Blekusu, a fishing community in the Volta region, are without electricity now. This is because hundreds of electrical poles there have been washed away as a result of the rising sea level. Hundreds of homes have also been lost as a result of the situation. Join Mrs. Joseph Opoku-Gapko visited the community for our latest hotline documentary, Climate Refugees. Here are excerpts.
Communities like Blekusu in the Ketch South constituency are bearing the brunt of the defenses raised at Keta now. Blekusu is gradually going under the sea.
Well, this community is called Blekusu. It's in the Ketu South district of the Volta region. It's one of the communities that's really been battered as a result of the rise in the sea level. The residents have just been explaining to me that there had been residents and also houses located as far as where you can see that boat in the sea, and all along that area till this area where we're standing now, there used to be houses located, but over the last 15-20 years the sea has been approaching, and the result is that all the houses that used to exist there, hundreds of them have been washed into the sea.
Seriously speaking, I can say that around 1960s that way this sea erosion has begun, and it has caused a lot of devastation of the houses that were close to the sea. And as at now, about 10 years ago, it's like most of the houses were now into the sea, about 2 kilometers away from the houses that you can see at my back.
And there are more stories of loss and destruction. This woman, a trader here, has a family of 17. They used to live in a 5-bedroom house, which has now been completely submerged.
Store hall. And the one we have there is a 3-bedroom chamber and hall. And the store is also attached to it, and the KVIP and the other as ancillary to the house. And there was a wall around the house. All of those houses and the wall has now been destroyed.
Several parts of Blekusu are without electricity now after most electrical poles were washed away by the sea.
Because of the tidal wave sea erosion, most of the electricity poles that we have along the coast has been removed because they are into the sea. So as at now, most of the community members who are along the coast doesn't have lights in their houses. A lot more fishermen, when they get the fish, they store in their fridges. But because there's no light in some parts of the houses, they can't operate their refrigerators and some other things anymore. So it has really affected business in the community.
So those are highlights of our latest Hotline documentary, Climate Refugees. Remember, the full documentary airs on Monday and Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. right here on your Joy News channel on Multi TV. Away from that now, and 5 million Ghanaians do not have access to any toilet facility. Now, and in the central region town of Elmina, this reality is playing out with a lot of concern and risk to life. Salt produced in the town is thought to be laced with fecal matter. This is because one of the main factories is sited at a location where hundreds of residents attend to nature's call. Felix Akoyam was in the town to find out more about this situation.
This is Nyamina Ose Salt Industry, situated at Tetekesim, a suburb of Elmina in the central region. A few meters away from this salt factory is fecal matter splashed all over this stretch of land. Not even the presence of our cameras could deter some people from attending to the call of nature here. Compounding the problem is this refuse dump sited around the salt factory. There are also pools of stagnant water coupled with squalid structures in which a number of pigs are kept. So this is a salt factory, and behind me is a salt pond. But also close by, you can find heaps of refuse gathered here. People also defecate indiscriminately here. It is indeed an eyesore. But there's also a lagoon close by, and that's why this factory is situated here. I'm told that anytime the lagoon overflows its banks, this whole place gets flooded, and so the garbage plus the fecal matter here mixes up with the salt here, and this is worrying. Environmental officers here say the situation is even better now. Some residents say they consume salt from this factory because they have no other choice.
This is a very big disaster. We are eating the salt and at the same time eating here, and at the same time look at what is going on here. So we need your help. We want you to come and help us so that we can solve this big issue here.
Anytime I complain about open defecation here, some of them retort that they have been defecating here even when our ancestors were alive. So who am I to stop them? Even the assemblyman has not stopped them. So I've also given up the fight.
Stephen Mensah has been assembly member for this area for more than a decade. But just like some of the residents, Stephen Mensah says there's little he can do about this problem.
If they defecate openly like this, I think it is better for them. So we have to pressure them with other securities agencies to come and to do something for us.
As an assemblyman, you know, if the people even don't know because of illiteracy, you know that you can't have, a factory, not a salt factory close to a place like this.
No, but
it shouldn't be.
But as for assemblyman, for the land issues and distance, I don't want to put myself in too much.
You are there for the people, and this is affecting their health.
Somebody will do this, even they won't tell me anything, or they won't. Only I can see the thing is going on. I can't stop them.
Do you take salt from this factory, knowing that it comes from a place just closer to, heaps of garbage with defecation all around?
Oh, but here is the place that we are all using the salt from.
Municipal authorities closed down the salt factory after it failed to stop people from defecating around it. The factory resumed operations later. Authorities here blame recalcitrant residents for this health hazard. But as environmental officer for the commander, Edina Iguafu municipality tells me, he has had to prosecute some of the people for open defecation, but even that has failed to stop the practice.
We have done education, thinking that attitudes will change. We saw that it was still going on, and we think, being so recalcitrant, we have to use the law. We set up a task force to arrest them. We send them to court. Some of them are unable to pay within that period. Some of them have been sent to prison. Some have been fined 350 Ghana cedis and all that, thinking that that would scare them. It is not still scaring them. The public toilets have been commissioned for use and all that. And you cannot understand why they still want to go there.
Would you recommend for the closure of this salt factory until you're able to deal with the problem?
It has to do in two folks. You know, they are also into business, and these are practices that need to stop. And our efforts are not relented. We are still, on them to ensure that they move from there and use the facilities available for them.
The law is not working, and people here and around the country will continue to consume salt laced with fecal matter. Felix Akoyam, Tete Kesim, Joy News.
And there'll be more on this, including reactions, particularly from the Member of Parliament for the area, on our news and news analysis program, The Pulse, which airs at 3 p.m. here on your Joy News channel. Away from that now, and it seems to be a trend that is spreading in the capital city. People living and doing business too close to high-tension poles and towers. Now, although their lives are in danger due to the possibility of being electrocuted if any of the cables develop a fault, they tell my colleague Beatrice Edu in the following reports they do not have any options.
It's like a free land, and so people are taking advantage, although at the peril of their lives. In parts of Alaju, Kotobabi Down, Aveno, and now where I am, North Kanishi.
It seems the development of properties under high-tension towers is not just in one place. When you travel through the city, it's something that is spread across. I'm currently at Demod, which is around the North Kanishi area, and a number of houses have been built right under the high-tension towers. Kiosks as well as stores have also been built, placed directly under the high-tension towers. I have one of the storekeepers here. Her store is actually one of the stores directly under the cables of the high-tension towers. Her name is Madam Evelyn Mensa, and she joins me now. How long have you been here? Are you not concerned about the cables here? So she's saying she's worried about the situation, but she doesn't have anywhere else to go. That's why she's here. But when you look at other places, there are other areas here that are not under the cables here that you could have easily taken your store to. So she's saying it's not hers, she's just renting it and she can't move it from where it is to another place. But you must be concerned about your safety. So she's saying that her health is paramount to her, but she still insists that she doesn't have any other place and she needs the money for her daily upkeep, and so she has to be here. When you look through this whole line, you see a number of houses and stores that have been built under this, but it seems that it is not just houses and stores. Where you find these high-tension towers, you'd also find fitting activities ongoing, and even as I'm speaking right now, there's a fitting shop right by this store whose owner I just spoke to. Hello, sir, what's your name?
My name is Atta.
Atta?
Yeah.
You work here?
Yes, I'm the boss.
Oh, you're the boss, great. How long have you been here?
We have been here like 10 years now.
Why here?
Because of we are working for we are fitters. Because of how to get small ones to eat. That's why we are here.
I understand that you want to make a living, but why would you want to make a living under high tension cables?
We don't have money to go and find a big land to open the shop. That's why we are here.
And what you're doing, you're using fire as well. Don't you think it could easily spark fire in any of the cables and you could be dead?
That one is possible, but we don't get any place to go, so we have to manage it and use it like that. So that's why.
Which one do you prefer, your safety or making money?
We are trying to, sometimes we are trying to prevent it, but as we don't have any place to go, no, we have to manage it.
Prevent what?
Prevent, like, let's say, here we are now. This high tension, it can cause any fire. The last time there is a thunder on this wire. Immediately that thing happened, we don't know how to go. We are just running. If you go this side, you say, hey, the thing will come that place. So then as we are here, our life is dangerous, but we are still managing it small.
Did any of the cables fall during that time?
No, but how we do is dangerous. It can kill us.
But you've had warnings. You are just testifying of this particular warning.
Why now? When we live here now, we don't have any place to go. So we are just forcing it, because when we live here right now, I have a wife and the children, so I don't have any money to go and take care of them.
From Damod, I moved to North Carnation last stop, where a one-story building, which serves as a home with a number of shops, is directly under the high-tension cables with huge voltages passing through them. Occupants won't speak on record, but say they are aware of the dangers.
You're still watching News Today here on your Joy News channel on Multi TV, also available on your Go TV channel 144 and your DSTV channel 421.